Hello students, this is second part of our study of rational and irrational number. In the first part, I have given you the full concept of what are real numbers and how we get rational and irrational, and finally we come to natural number including 0 where we get the whole numbers. So now we move on to very interesting part of the chapter. There are many other things which I will make other video and put it. So this particular thing, rationalizing the denominator, is the most important thing which comes in exam. So today's topic, we take rationalizing the denominator. So before that, before I do the chapter, we will learn about rationalizing factor. So before I teach you rationalizing factor, you note another thing here. First, there are something called surds and irrational number. They are little different in concept, but all surds are irrational number. So you are passed from class 8, so I am not going to all the difficult part of this chapter, which will take time for you to understand. So remember all surds. So because sometimes we use word surd, you will say how they are different from irrational number. Simply remember all surds are irrational, and generally what irrational number or surd we are doing, they are generally square root, cube root, and the fourth root we will see later on in much higher classes. So generally we will be dealing with square root of your numbers, that is, these are irrational numbers, which I have explained to you in the first part of my video. So next we see here what we apply. Before I teach you rationalizing factor, we learn one very important result from expansion, children, is that a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So here you see a plus b into a minus b. So here this is the formula which we are very frequently going to use in this chapter to solve most of the sums. So first thing we have to learn about, before I go to rationalize the denominators, what are rationalizing factors? These are two surds or irrational number. A rational number with an irrational number gives you irrational number. So this irrational, or what you can call it surd or irrational number, irrational into irrational. How we get rational number? By applying this formula from expansion. Very easy and very important formula for this sum. So suppose you have got 2 plus root 3. We have to rationalize it. So this is an irrational number. So we multiply it with a rationalizing factor 2 minus root 3. If 2 minus root 3 is given, children, we will multiply it with 2 plus root 3. So we have to see, when I do more sums, you will see how we apply this. So when you multiply 2 plus root 3, one of this will be given. So what we call it, this is given, then this is rationalizing factor. When this is given, this is rationalizing factor. Therefore, I have written they are rationalizing factor of each other. This is for this and this is for this. Let us see how we apply the formula. So 2a plus b, a minus b, a square minus b square. So what we get is 4 root 3 into root 3 is 3. So here another thing you note it down, root of any number multiplied with itself, it gives you the number. So root 3 into root 3 you can do here. This you can write like this. One more step. This is 4, and root 3 into root 3 gives you 3. We get 1. So when you multiply same number, root, then if root into root gives you that same number. Okay, now second question, example we solve. Root 7, remember this is root 7, so root 7 square minus root 3 square. This is irrational minus irrational, this is an irrational number. This is one, if we have to rationalize, sorry boys, this should be plus. Plus with minus, or let me tell you, let this be minus and let this be plus. So what happens, if you have got root 7 and root minus 3, we have to rationalize, we will multiply with root 7 plus, we change the sign. If plus is given, we take minus, and when we have minus we take the plus, so that we come into this format where a minus b into a plus b gives you a square minus b square. This is the formula what we are using. Root 7 square, as I told you, is 7 and root 3 square is 3. Answer is 4, which is a rational number. So remember, we have learned rationalizing factor. How we apply this to rationalize the denominator, we will see. So when we start the example, you will see how we do it. So if you want to copy it, please pause the video and copy it. Next, we are going to start exercise 1.5, where I will do sums to clarify whatever concept I have given you in part 1 and part 2. So the very first question, so this is rationalize the denominator, question 1, part 1. Question is 3, 4, root 5. So we have an irrational number, root 5, in the denominator. To rationalize the denominator means we have to remove irrational number from denominator. Maybe our answer may have irrational number in the numerator, but we want to get rid of root in the denominator. So what we do here for this question, if root 5 is here, we multiply and divide both by root 5, because if you multiply or divide a number with same thing, it becomes same. This will cancel if you see. So anything you can multiply 3 with 2 by 2, so this will cancel, ultimately you will get 3. So that idea of basic maths we apply, that you can multiply or divide anything by same thing and the value remains unchanged. So what will happen here, children? 3 root 5, root 5 goes in the numerator, and 4 into root 5 into root 5 will give you 5. As I told you, root into root you get 5. So our answer is 3 root 5 by 20. So what has happened? We have rationalized the denominator where irrational number was in the denominator. By multiplying and dividing by root 5, we get rid of root from the numerator. Maybe answer has irrational number in the numerator, because question was rationalize the denominator. No irrational number in the denominator. Maybe these two are equal. These two are equal, but this has irrational number in the denominator, this has irrational number in the numerator, but we have to rationalize the denominator. Next question, 3, 4 upon 4 root 7. See, here we use that concept what I taught you, rationalizing factor. So if this is 4 minus root 7, you remember, if I want to get rid of this root in the denominator, I will multiply it by 4 plus root 7. But if you divide something, you have to multiply also. So see what happens. We get 3 bracket 4 plus root 7 by 4 square minus root 7 square. We get 3 4 plus root 7 by 16 minus 7, which is equal to 3 4 plus root 7 by 9. This you cancel. We get answer as 4 plus root 7 by 3. So once more, we take the rationalizing factor of 4 minus root 7, which is 4 plus root 7, because then see, the denominator is the main thing. Minus we use plus. A minus b, a plus b. A square minus b square. Once we divide, we multiply also. So numerator is multiplied. Don't open the bracket now because later on you will see it gets cancelled when I solve the denominator. So my next question number 5 is 16 by root 41 minus 5. Okay, this is, so what is the rationalizing factor? Root 41 plus 5. Same thing we multiply. We divide this, multiply the denominator, so this side it is division. So we multiply the fraction also. So we get 16 root 41 plus 5. And here we again apply the formula. I'll write it for you. A plus b, a minus b is a square minus b square. So what do we get? 16 root 41 plus 5. Don't multiply with 16. This is root 41 gives you 41. 5 square gives you 25. You get 16 root 41 plus 5 upon, this will also give you 16. 16 will cancel. Your answer is root 41 plus 5. Okay. So if you want to copy it, you pause the video and copy it. Next, we will go to question 2 where we have little harder sums. So slowly we will try to do little harder sums. So we start question 2 part 1. 2 part 1 we have 7 plus 3 root 5, 7 minus 3 root 5. So here as you see the denominator, we have to rationalize the denominator. So we multiply 3 minus root 7, this irrational number, with 3 plus 7 plus 3 root 5. So once you multiply in denominator with denominator, you have to put same thing in the numerator. Now let us solve. Numerator is 7 plus 3 root 5 whole square. These two are similar thing. You have to check. They may be similar, they may not be similar. A plus b into a plus b is a plus b whole square. And denominator as usual, a minus b, a plus b is a square minus b square. Now see the most important part of it. Let us use the basic formula of expansion. A plus b whole square. A square plus b square you can do first. B square plus 2ab upon 49. Now this part you see very nicely. 3 square is 9. Root 5 square is not 25. Root 5 into root 5, because this is 3 square into root 5 square. Got it? So don't write 25 here, just write 5 over here. Okay, did you get it? Once more, 3 root 5 whole square is 3 square into root 5 square. 3 square is 9 because this is without root sign, but 5 is in the root sign. So you will get only 5. So what do we get here? 49 plus, same way this will give you 3, 9 into 5, 45, like this same we have, plus 7 2s are 14, 3s are 42, root 5 upon 49 minus 45. This is equal to 94 if you add, plus 42 root 5 by 4. But here we see there is a common factor 2. If you see the numerator, we can take out 2 common. So we get this, cancel 2 ones are 2 2. So your answer is 47 plus 21 root 5 by 2. Okay, then we go to 5 part 1. You will see in your new book 5 part 1 where we equate two things. So slowly we are going to do little harder sums. 3 minus root 5 by 3 plus 2 root 5 is equal to minus 19 by 11 plus a root 5. So in this particular question, check the question properly. We have to find A. Sometimes we have to find both A and B. So this is the question. So what we do is start with left hand side. Don't do anything to the right hand side. Don't do this to this, anything to this side. Let us rationalize this. 3 minus root 5 by 3 plus 2 root 5 into 3 plus is there. We use minus 3 minus 2 root 5. See, they are not same like previous sum. A plus B, A plus B. It is A minus B and A minus 2B you can take. So we cannot use that formula A plus B whole square what we had used here. We had used here A plus B whole square and here we have used A square minus B square. Because this was A minus B and this was A plus B. So this, when we solve, 3 3s are 9, first with first, then 3 2s are 6 root 5, then minus 3 root 5, second with first, then second with second, it gives you minus minus plus 2 into 5 by A square, A plus B A minus B, A square minus B square. So what do we get? 9 plus 10, 19 minus 9 root 5 by 9 minus, as I told you, 4 into 5, 20. So here we get 19 minus 9 root 5 by minus 11. So this gives you minus 19 by 11. Minus minus when you open it becomes plus 9 root 5 by 11. So last part we equate both the side. So minus 19 by 11 plus A root 5. This is my RHS. And LHS we have solved this. So what you see is both if we equate, so these two are equal and this is what A is called coefficient of root 5. 9 by 11 is coefficient of root 5. Leave root 5, we get A is equal to 9 by 11. So once more we rationalize it. We get numerator, denominator. We separate it in two ways because we have to equate it. So this is equal to this. Here root 5, what is the coefficient? Root 5 coefficient you equate and we get this. So now we will go to little more harder sum and different sum, that is question number 7. So if you want to copy them, you can pause your video, right? Because maths needs practice. You can never do maths by seeing. Have a copy and pen, write, pause and practice, and maybe after the video you practice it. So question number 7, we have root 2, this is very important, 1.414. These two values are given. These two values, learn, they are very important. Learn them, they are very important values, what we will see in other branches like log and other branches of mathematics, trigonometry. One thing here I remember it has a good application, rationalization in trigonometry, and sometime when you will go to 11 and 12 we will do calculus where we use rationalization for solving limit and many other things. So this is a very practical chapter for use in other branches of mathematics. So the question part 1 is root 2 plus root 2. So here what we have to do is to solve this, because irrational numbers, see these two are not equal to this, they go up to plus infinity, but this we get the two values nearest to 3 place of decimal. In reality they are non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. So what we do, we rationalize here. 2 plus root 2, I told you see down, take 2 minus root 2, what you take in denominator, same thing you take in the numerator, root 2, 2 minus root 2 by, here you can do 2 square minus root 2 square. So finally what we get, 2 root 2 minus root 2 into root 2 is 2, and here we have 4 minus root 2 square is 2. So you take out 2 common in the numerator, we get this, and denominator cancel this, we get root 2 minus 1, we put the value of root 2, root 2 is 1.414 minus 1, and write like this, answer is 0.414. Once more, rationalize, solve, take out 2 common, 2 cancels with denominator, we get an irrational number, and we put down the value and we get. Okay, and the last sum for the day is a little more difficult, and so if you want to copy, you pause and copy, and going to the last sum of this exercise, question number 9. Other questions also you can try and see, and you will also see many good solved example. Most of the book have very good solved example where you can do and learn from them. X is 1 minus root 2. So this is x value given. We have to find the value of x minus 1 by x whole to the power 4 is what? So this is our last question for this class, and we are going to solve it. So first, x is given, let us find 1 by x. 1 by 1 minus root 2 is equal to, here also what we do, any root in the denominator, if we remove, then any solution you will get. So multiply with 1 plus root 2, 1 plus root 2. Minus is there, first see the denominator, just the opposite sign, and since we rationalizing factor of this is this, numerator also we do. 1 plus root 2 by 1 square minus root 2 square. This is 1 plus root 2 by 1 minus 2, which is, you will get 1 plus root 2 by minus 1. You can write this minus 1, you can take it up, because minus denominator you can take it to numerator, because minus up to down, down to up you can take, and if both are minus then we cancel it. So here we get the value of 1 by x. So finally to solve this, first we will get x minus 1 by x. So this is our x, 1 minus root 2 minus, what is our 1 by x? This is our x minus, this is our 1 by x. Let us solve. 1 minus root 2 minus minus plus 1 minus minus plus root 2. This will cancel and we get 2. So what do we get? X minus 1 by x, okay, is 2. So finally, therefore, x minus 1 by x to the power 4. So since this is 2, put 2 here and put it power 4, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, this is 16. So many more question you have, please practice Do the solved example, whatever I have done, do that, whatever I have not done, you do that, and see that you learn. So thank you, boys.